So Nick Wilson with Dan Brownlee after the 4-1 win over Alresford in the North Hants Cup. And Dan, it's been a tough time first team wise recently, but that was a big night for the academy.
Oh, what a brilliant evening. Brilliant evening. We said before the game that there's no necessary expectation in terms of result, but performance, we wanted them to know that they can compete. Obviously, the level that Alresford play at, we've got some of those young lads out on loan at a similar level. So they had to rise to the occasion and know that they were capable of playing that level. And my God, did they. Like, some of the players out there did fantastically well. Like, to a man, they were brilliantly, but there really was some outstanding performances out there. And to have, I mean, I think we had 3 senior players on at any one point with the maximum, and I think we ended with 1 on the pitch. But it's all very well and good harping on about our pathway systems, but don't get me wrong, today was semi-forcing us because we can't risk the injuries that we've got with other first team members. But I said to the boys, I have to admit, because there's a bit of a new cohort this year, and I struggled with names at the start, but my God, I know everyone's name now. Brilliant performances, great spirit, great determination, no one shirked it, people putting in tackles, steeliness, everything you want from a Basingstoke side. So in every angle of that performance, I'm really proud of the boys and what the academy have produced again.
Having played Alresford earlier in the season in the other country cup and been given a really tough ride by them, that must particularly please you to see them being swept aside in the way they were today.
Yeah, and swept aside they were. Like it was, like I say, just an outstanding performance. You know, I said to the boys in there, you scrap the level of experience, you scrap their age, which was well documented before the game, and part of that was to measure expectancy to a certain extent from a club level, that we didn't want to make the boys feel like we were throwing them into the deep end. It was a case of, it was an opportunity to learn, it was an opportunity to develop, it was an opportunity to see where they were as players. But we also spoke about levels of opportunity, and they absolutely grabbed it. And the game we played at Alresford previously, it was a battle, and we took a bit, we took a bit of stick that game. And the fact that it's been the academy boys that are the one that finished the job off in terms of double header makes it even sweeter. So it's an incredible day, not just for the club but particularly for the academy, because like I say, the levels of quality that they've demonstrated. I mean, Jaden Wheeler at the back there, someone that I've not really seen too much of, but he's in the eye now, and that's the beauty of football. Once you're in the eyesight of the right people, it gives yourself a bit of a foot up. So incredibly pleased, very proud of the academy system and what Aaron and Righty and the other coaches continue to produce. I feel a bit of an imposter standing here, to be honest, because okay, I've managed a team today, but it's been the academy lot that have produced that result, absolutely. So yeah, very, very pleasing day, and to finish 2-0 against an Alresford side in terms of games is great.
How important are these moments for the players at 16 and 18 years of age in terms of progressing on to potentially regular appearances in the first team in the future?
Yeah, I think there's 2 parts to it. One, as I said before, it's to get into the eye, it's to showcase to me and to Aaron and to Board and to Worsey and all the other management team that they are capable of coming in. And again, we said before the game that the injuries that we've got at the moment, we might need them. We might have to call upon them. And with the display they put on today, okay, albeit against lower opposition, but the performance levels are outstanding. So with that, I've got absolutely no problem. I've never had a problem playing young kids. I enjoy it. I've got a real love of offering opportunity where we can, but by the same token, it has to be earned. I said earlier, like we can create all the pathways you want, but it's got to be the lads that walk down it, and a lot of them have ran down it, swinging and punching. So there were some fantastic performances. So Alex Kokoska did brilliantly. Charlie Barlow getting his goal. Jake Impiazzi getting a goal. It's great. It's a brilliant day.
And it's the semi-final now, one step away from the 3rd straight final in this competition. It's one that obviously haven't had success in last year. It's one that we certainly seem to be putting quite a bit of emphasis on, despite it being perhaps one of the lesser of the 5 that we entered.
Yeah, it is. It's probably the one that there is a kind of least concentration on, so to speak. But what this competition does do is exactly what it provides tonight. It gives people an opportunity to play. And don't get me wrong, we may have gone a little bit stronger had we not have had the injuries that we have, because obviously you need to rotate your squad. But with 12 out as we had Saturday, we were forced to play these boys. But in a certain way, I'm really pleased that that's happened, because it's given us an opportunity to look at some very, very talented boys. And look, they're not finished. There's a reason why they're young. They're in the academy. Like, they've still got work to do. But early showings, if they can keep their mindset right, they can stay disciplined, they'll have a good opportunity within football at whatever level they want, you know. But as long as they do the hard yards now, that performance there is certainly giving them an opportunity to be, certainly in my mind, let alone other people's.
Thank you very much, Sancho.
Thank you, Nick.